Even in our daily life, there are many things around us that we cannot see or hear them. Example, if a person is in a room where there is no sound, but once he turns on a radio, there's a lot of sounds and voices coming from around the world. But how does this happen? We know sound is a wave motion constantly vibrating in the air, but the human ear can only hear a limited range of frequencies. But after Allah removed the barrier in between, man acquired the knowledge and invented radios and TVs. Similarly, if you examine a drop of water with your naked eyes, you see nothing but a clear water. But if the same drop of water is examined under a microscope, you will see a numerous of tiny moving organisms. And also the telescopes, which show Allah's aspects in the universe from far distant. But remember, all these inventions have been made after humans made use of the already created physical conditions. And these physical conditions are light, air, electromagnetic waves, and their corresponding laws. Allah also says, وَفِي أَنفُسِكُمْ أَفَلَا تُبْصِرُونَ, and in yourselves don't you see? Allah in this verse is telling us to look at ourselves, to ponder upon ourselves, and He's showing us His signs in ourselves. In many verses in the Quran, Allah says, وَجَعَلَكُمُ السَّمْعَ وَالْأَبْصَارَ, I made you hearing and sight. Everywhere in the Quran, when hearing and seeing simultaneously mentioned, the sense of hearing, sama, is mentioned first, is put front, and then followed by the sense of seeing, absar. And today science tells us that hearing is one of the first sense organs to be initiated in the womb and is completely functional. But seeing takes approximately 3 months to control the movement of the eyes and to focus on the object. Whenever Allah mentions these 2 sense organs, He uses the singular form for the word sama, hearing, where He always uses the plural form for the word seeing, abasar. There's a reason behind it. There's a hikmah behind it. And today science tells us seeing is one of the sense organs that is entirely controlled by man's own volition. It is entirely controlled by one's wishes, one's own wills. A person has a freedom to look at things or to shut his eyes from the things he wants or he don't want to do. But he cannot shut his ears from the incoming sounds. This is because seeing is optional and selective, where the hearing is compulsory and non-selective. Example, you have come across at the area where a car accident took place, and you have such irritability to see a bleeding person. Simple, you just turn away and never look back. But at the same time, you hear the cry of the victims and the injured. Here we know seeing is optional and selective, but hearing is compulsory and non-selective. Furthermore, the ear is always active and never sleeps, but the eyes go sleep. If, for example, you wave your hand over the eyes of a sleeping person like this, that person will never wake up. But if you make the slightest sound in that room, the chances of waking that person up are 50%. In short, the ear is our link to the outside world. In that case, when the people of the cave, Ashab al-Kahf, remained in the cave for hundreds of years sleeping, Allah simply blocked their hearing, their ears. Allah says in Surah Al-Kahf, Surah number 18, verse 11, Allah says, وَضَرَبْنَا عَلَىٰ آذَانِهِمْ فِي الْكَهْفِ السِّنِينَ عَدَدًا. We have sealed up their hearings for numbers of years.